This used to be out in the courtyard for those of you who may be alum. So this used to be external. And now we're stepping into a hallway that used to be the breezeway. This interior hallway is now a great place for our students to have lunch, spend some time earlier in the day as they begin to kick off things. You can see the benches, the polished concrete. What a great thing there. There's our head custodian. Does great work, Mr. Matt Waldman. But you can also just see new restrooms, water filling stations, things that are just providing convenience for our students. Now, we do want to apologize a little bit. We had a little hiccup with the construction, and they're fixing that right now, which requires a jackhammer to go through some concrete here. So they're working on that right now. That's probably what you're hearing. But again, we'd still be outside right now if you were someone who graduated prior to 2020. And this new hallway, through these walls right here, we have orchestra and choir. And then back that way are the remodeled band rooms. When I say rooms, the main ensemble area, but there's also 3 what could be recording rooms or rehearsal rooms. Now, a couple things that I'm really excited about. You may say, yeah, okay, this is a school hallway. What's the big deal, Mr. Jackson? 1, I always love a fresh coat of wax. But 2, when you look at these floors, it's not what you see, it's what you don't see. So for the first time in a long time, I have no directional arrows or directional footprints of where we're supposed to be in walking, returning back to a more normal type of educational practice. Mr. Dan Foss, who taught at Astoria High School for about 20 years, has been polishing up the old trophies of Astoria High School. And you can see, I mean, this one right here, this is the state, what is this? The champions of Clatsop County, 1926. This one is probably one of my favorite ones though. So state championship trophies. You can see here, state championship team with John Warren as the coach, 1930. So those have been polished up, varnished. This one right here, you can see the 1934 state championship trophy. Turned out really well. Incoming freshmen, we talked about that transition, that 9th grade year being, you know, a year that, hey, you're jumping off into high school and you may be a little nervous there. So we have some students that come in early to get a jump start on their high school career. One of the things for those of you who are alumni, you'll notice that these halls have been painted purple and gold, and that didn't always exist there. We want to get as much purple and gold as we possibly can. So last September of 2021, we had 3 Saturdays in a row in which we had students and staff come in and paint, because this was outside of the scope of the construction project. All students and staff who participated in those activities, the students were able to write down their names, they were able to put their signatures and their graduation year. So that was a pretty cool experience for many of those students that were able to do that. It's this freshness of a new school year. You step in here, you can see the interactive displays there. You have the desks, the Chrome carts. Every student has access to a computer or a Chrome cart computer every day as they come to class if they so need it. It's that excitement. Our new Fine Arts Applied Learning Lab. And we step in here, we have painting, drawing, we have pottery classes as well. So this is the classroom of Mr. Mickey Cheragino. Great stuff happens in here. Always impressed by what they're able to do. And now, thanks to the Astoria School District community, many of these improvements are a result of what they were willing to do with the bond in 2018. But we're able to fire our own pottery work here. We have a kiln room in the back that just really allows our students to explore their artistic expression and find value in that. So this is a construction lab in which our students learn the basics of construction skills, basically how you would be able to use tools if you were on a job site. So there's this lab here, but also as you go through, you have another lab that gives us access to some other equipment that helps students learn certain trades.
Oh yeah.
So everything from some 3D printers, robotic arms, CNC machines, and then we also have 2 laser engravers. We have one that's a 24-inch as well as a 48-inch laser engraver. And we'll be using these for classes like guitar building. We also use them for a class that's called business marketing. And so a little plug there is we have this business marketing class in which students are going to design logos of the Stomper, other things affiliated with Astoria High School. They will produce that product. Like let's say it's a water bottle, they'll engrave the Stomper. Maybe the class of 92 wants one of these. So we could have a Stomper that says class of 1992, and then they would not only create the product through these machines, but then they would market them and then sell them. So we're excited for some of the opportunities that brings.
World training.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you can see things like AC/DC electrical systems, basic electrical fabrication.